And we already saw that all the other fits don't work so well. Polynomial might be okay. Let's see what happens here. Not bad for the later data. You kind of expect it to go a little nuts early on. So polynomial fit is actually not too bad. And you kind of expect a bell curve. So you do expect a quadratic fit. That doesn't sound too bad at all. I'm going to do something here. Let's see, number format. I'm going to change it to, I'm going to give it some extra decimal places. I'm going to give it 4 decimal places instead of 2. There we go. And I also, okay, there's my circle bar. I don't want commas. There we go. So this should get rid of commas. Let's see what happens when I do that. There, commas go away in the equation. Now I have to create a new equation. And I'm going to get out of the format trend line. Before I get out of the format trend line though, I want to do something. I want to go forward about 100 days. See what happens. So this is trying to predict what's going to happen. Even after 100 days, it says we're still going to have new cases. Ooh. Let's say I'm going to do 150 now. The trend that the United States is on, and you'll notice that the quadratic fit is a more aggressive trend than what we're actually doing. But there's 150 days. It expands out. And now, how are we going to model this? This x squared is the number of days since the 0th case. And here's what I want to do. I'm going to do days. The number of days since the 100th case is going to be is what epidemiologists use to try to model. They try to model these outbreaks. Now, new cases. New cases are going to be, oops, don't want to do that. They're only going to start here, equals, it's going to be 103 minus the 89. And I can copy and paste that. That's why I went one period back, is because I knew I was going to calculate the new cases. And we want to predict this. Come on. Did I copy this? I didn't. There we go. Now, the prediction. I'm going to insert a column, total confirmed cases, and insert a column, and I'm going to call it prediction. Oops, come on. So we're not actually we're gonna need this later, but we're gonna have a new cases predicted. We're gonna need the cumulative cases. Prediction. The prediction is going to be this. Right there. And there we go. Set it at that line equals paste. I'm going to have to edit things now because this is not a good Excel formula. Number of days since the 100th case. So X is going to equal that. Okay, I know there's lots of errors in the formula, so don't make me correct. Ugh. So this is going to be X, number of days raised to the second power, minus the second number, the 9887 number, times X, times the days since the 100th. Is that going to be a plus or minus? Plus. There we go. That should do it. That should be a valid formula. Now we're going to want to extrapolate. We're going to want to extrapolate. Here's new cases predicted, and we're going up by about 4,000 cases a day. Ooh. New cases predicted is going to be the same formula as it's going to be the same formula as before. In fact, oops, what's that going on? Oh, it's both 0. Okay, let's get rid of this. Now, remember, take a look. It wasn't until about the 15th day that things started looking reasonable, 15 or 20, something like that. So we're not even going to look at prior to the 15th day. The model just is crazy before that. And then it starts to settle down into a reasonable model. So the predicted new cases, so this is the predicted total. We got to subtract the 2 days totals to get the predicted new cases. And of course the prediction's negative, which is kind of crazy. There. It starts settling down about it starts looking more reasonable about the 11th day, 10th or 11th. And it looks best after about the 15th. So let's use 15th as a starting point. Now, we won't have any data for this until tomorrow, but we can have data for this. And oops. I just want to do 33. I'm going to use the autofill feature of Excel. There we go. Just autofill this up to so many numbers. Now let's see what, there won't be any data here. We're going to need this. Copy this down to a bunch of numbers. I'm not going to copy it all the way because I expect it's going to go negative eventually. Oh, get real. That's because I don't have this. 34, return. Come on, ugh. Things are going slow. The autofill feature fills it in. Now we have a prediction that keeps going. And the prediction of the cumulative. And it's actually the prediction of the, when is this going to abate? That's when cumulative is going to keep going up until it gets big enough that it's always going to go up. And the question is, when does it peak and when does it start going down? And I haven't reached it yet.